You are hunched over your phone trying to figure out how do you phrase this particular message because there's been some kind of misunderstanding in your city group and you need to sort it out. But it is a headache to do, especially over the phone. The potential is high for feelings to get hurt here. What do you do? In this video, I want to give you some city group help on what to do with issues of miscommunication. Define the mission, describe the present, and diagnose the problems. First, an important part of our role as city group leaders is to gather and facilitate. We are the ones who establish the rhythms of the city group, and we take the lead in communicating to our group. So when there are breakdowns in communication, when people are not hearing each other, when there's a lack of clarity about plans, it may not be our fault, but it is our responsibility to step in and get everyone on the same page. Describing the present in this situation means identifying how your group normally communicates with one another, whether that's text or GroupMe or email or Slack, whatever it is, and then describing what is going wrong in that communication right now. Who is not understanding something? What is the thing that is not understood? Get clarity for yourself on what is the actual piece of information that is not connecting with everybody in the group. Then diagnose what might have caused the miscommunication. Maybe you shared a plan that you've been thinking about for the group, but you haven't introduced the idea before, so it's coming out of the blue for most people. Or maybe you're trying to lock down dates and times for an event, but figuring it out over group messaging is just a mess. Or perhaps someone shared a link that they found helpful, but somebody else found troubling, so there's some hurt feelings that can't be resolved over text. Or maybe nobody checks the particular app or method of communication, so nobody got your message in the first place. Or maybe you're realizing that the miscommunication is coming from a deeper issue between you and another person or two people in the group, and the best thing you can do right now is to set up a time to resolve that conflict in person. Just sitting down and getting to the root of what is the particular problem here will go a long way in clarifying your next steps. In the City Groups 101 series, I made a video called Effective Communication that gives some simple tips for good communication habits. That video will give a baseline on how to establish a system for communicating with your group, so check it out if you need help. Here are 5 more tips that can help when you are trying to address issues in communication that may come up. First, over-communicate. This is more of a proactive step before the miscommunication happens, but I've never had anybody complain about receiving too many messages about future schedules, upcoming events, and so on. Of course, you don't want to be obnoxious, but still, tell people often and clearly what is happening in the group, and tell them if there's anything that they need to do, like sign up to bring food to the group dinner on Wednesday, or contribute money so we can help this neighbor who is in trouble, or read a chapter of the book that we're all studying. As much as it's within your power, make it impossible for somebody to say, "Oh, I didn't know that was happening," which of course will still happen if they're willfully oblivious. Second, assume the best. One of the main reasons why face-to-face communication is the most effective way to resolve conflict is because it's really hard to dehumanize a human who is standing right in front of you. So when we're talking in person, we understand that this is a person whom I love. But when we're talking via text, it's so incredibly easy to assume a negative tone or an arrogant smirk or malicious intent. So instead, take people at their word and read their words in a neutral tone. Remember that you love the people in your group, even when there are issues to work out. Third, be swift but not hasty. What I mean is that delaying in resolving a communication can lead to more issues, but you don't want to be frantically texting message after message to work something out. Be assertive but not panicked. Slow down and be thoughtful about what is the next step in making things clear, in addressing any brewing emotions, in making sure that this doesn't happen again. Fourth, lead by listening. This goes hand in hand with diagnosing the problems. A wise leader doesn't just trumpet the message that they want to communicate, but rather they listen to the needs, concerns, and ideas of the group. Listen to what people are really saying. While you can't control how people will hear what you say, you can model level-headed, gentle speech. Fifth, consider the process. Some miscommunications can be worked out over group chat. Some require a quick phone call. Sometimes you'll need to wait until you can talk face to face. In group dynamics, it can be really powerful for the leader to name the process, to talk about what is going on. Hey guys, you've helped me realize that my message earlier was unclear. I don't want to flood everyone's notifications by trying to solve this over GroupMe, so how about we discuss it at the next group meeting so we can all get on the same page? That kind of leadership makes everybody feel safe in knowing that there is a plan to work it all out together as a group. As always, if you need more help or if a miscommunication has turned into a conflict that you now have to resolve, come to me or one of the other pastors or elders. I'm a pastor, so I talk for a living, and I still encounter times when I have to slow down, get everybody on the same page, when I can help a group love each other well by listening and speaking so that we're really understanding each other. You won't always get it right, and that's okay. We can make mistakes so long as we do all that we can to make things right. I hope that City Group help was helpful. If there's been any miscommunication here, let me know. Until next time, leaders.